So my fighting stance is like this. I take my hands. My fighting stance is like this. I take
Dude,
my
that is badass.
But yeah, I did. I do, and I did, and I still do regret my actions. You guys need to back off. Oh, and Anonymous, I dare you to try and hurt me. You know not where I live.
Corbin Pinnell, also known as Jupiter the Hybrid or Shadow Raven, is a paranormal investigator, TikTok star, and future registered sex offender from Idaho who claims to be half vampire, half werewolf, half dragon, and half demon. To hear him tell it, he's the son of the devil, a gifted exorcist, the king of thieves, an infamous hacker, a master of ninjutsu, which is not a real martial art, and a student of drunken Ansatsuken, or as he calls it,
drunken Ansatsuken, drunken assassination's fist.
which is also not a real martial art. It's the martial art that Ryu from Street Fighter uses. In reality, he is on disability, obese, and plagued by obsessive, violent fantasies.
My darkest fantasy is to watch all those who wronged me die by my hand. That's my darkest one. It makes me want it's just one of my darkest fantasies of doing. I want to kill everybody who's wronged me. Say, I want to kill those who have wronged me as a person, including those who keep calling me a pedophile online. I'm not going to let them keep doing this. One of these days, if the government won't even notice, I can make those people disappear. There's places out here in Idaho where I can bury bodies and no one would think to look.
Jupiter is very aggressive with women he's attracted to. He will try very, very hard to get them to send him nudes. He will do this even if he knows they are underage. He also tries to get them to watch him shower for some reason. I don't know why he does that. Do women enjoy watching men shower? Anyway, about that underage thing, Jupiter seems to actively seek out teenagers for romance, even though he himself is 25. He has, in the past, claimed that he only did this for show and as a power move, but failed to elaborate on what the hell that means. Jupiter is aware that this is illegal and does not care. The notion of being charged for possession of cheese pizza does not seem to be a concern for him. As a vampire, Jupiter needs to drink blood. However, it would be quite difficult for him to obtain human blood. So instead, he drinks the blood of what he calls homunculi. These are My Little Pony plushies that he claims to have brought to life using... well, I'll let Jupiter explain it himself.
Alright, what I do is I take a bit of my semen and inject it into her using my claws. It's a magic thing. I use magic to try and grow the embryo over time so that way she can give birth to little ones. I just inject her through my claws and that's it. I just inject some of my semen into her and then I use magic to grow the embryo over time and then the embryo takes on a new life and then they have to be transferred to a new body. If you get my meaning.
He is married to one of these homunculi, whom he named Shiratora, and the others are the children he created by impregnating the first one.
Sometimes when I'm in a foul mood, Shiratora will literally come over onto the bed and literally cuddle me as I sleep, trying to calm my heart down.
Does she try to hump you too?
She does hug me from time to time, yes. But, you know, what I said was I use my claw to transfer DNA into her. I don't
Wait, so like
that.
You have kids with your Shiratora.
With Shiratora.
Yeah. But like how do the kids come in existence? Do they come out of her cooch?
Well,
does someone bring her from the store?
Their embryo is born and then it's matured using magic. When they're ready to come out, I give them each a body to basically inhabit.
Oh.
So to speak.
That makes sense.
They basically, that embryo becomes that that object and becomes.
Where did you get the objects from?
Different stores, I guess. and go to different stores and shit. You know, I'm just saying this out of kindness towards everybody and towards everyone who wants to know how or where I find their bodies. It's just at random stores. I'll even pick out a random ass body just for the kid to have if I feel like they're going to be more comfortable using that kind of body.
He enjoys beating these children. He also claims that his brother Duke taught him to control his bloodlust by drinking cherry Dr. Pepper. In fact, according to Jupiter, whenever he craves blood, the craving goes away if he drinks anything cherry-flavored. So, I guess that means blood tastes like cherries.
I hope you both know that you have been cursed by the devil himself.
Jupiter has been feuding with the notorious online hacker group Anonymous since he began to attract attention online. Oddly, despite being an infamous hacker himself, Jupiter seemed to believe at one point that Anonymous is a single person and not a group. As far as I can tell, the Anonymous that Jupiter is feuding with is simply a troll using the Anonymous name. I don't think there's even been any actual hacking. Notably, Jupiter believes that Linda Binda was abducted by Anonymous for associating with him, and he also believes that Linda is the leader of Anonymous and was simply pretending to be his girlfriend. That might be true.
Human blood is like a drug. It's easy enough to get me addicted.
Oh.
It's like a drug, and it's an addiction. And some of us of the night decided enough was enough, and we weren't going to hunt humans no more.
Do you bite your toenails?
I mean, I do it to clip them. When we don't have any nail clippers, I have to use my teeth to clip my nails.
A curious thing I've noticed about Jupiter is that he tends to connect sex to combat. When someone is flirting with him, he will often transition to talking about his myriad combat skills, his training in ninjutsu, his amazing skill at self-defense, and so on, as if that's a natural transition. He also has a habit of bringing up his sisters in the same situations, sometimes at the same time, as he claims that he and his sisters trained in combat together. According to his sister, he was molested by his elder brother, and this may be connected, though it could just be autism. Although some may think that it's just a cry for attention, it seems to me that Jupiter truly believes in his supernatural nonsense. He brags about it often, and it's clear that he thinks other people will find his claims of being a demonic exorcist impressive.
Gosh, you're so talented.
I know. I have a gift. Most people say I have a gift.
The Book of Mormon,
gifted.
right?
Yeah, I'm gifted.
I have a history with Mormons.
I'm gifted.
They've
So,
came
I'm
inside
one of the-
me multiple times spiritually.
Yeah, I'm multifaceted, meaning I can understand in realities. How can I say this? What I'm saying is I can understand and react and also interact with the physical and spiritual realm.
Since he's the son of the devil, he also resorts to supernatural threats. In one particularly memorable instance, he claimed to be possessed by the devil and said that he would be attacking his trolls in their sleep. This did not deter them. Jupiter is deeply in denial about anything negative. When asked about his body, he becomes defensive, he lies, he claims that he is covered in dead muscle as opposed to fat, whatever the hell that means.
It's not flab, it's mostly just dead muscle tissue.
No, I don't work out, but yeah, most of this is just bodily fat and muscle tissue. So I've kind of been using it as a way to keep myself fit.
When confronted on his clear pattern of soliciting nudes from minors, he says, "That's in the past," and insists it shouldn't be held against him. He always claims to be changing and putting the past behind him, even while actively engaging in the exact same behavior he says he's turning away from. He also has a habit of blaming nicotine and alcohol.
So yeah, half the stuff that I did what drove me to do it was nicotine and alcohol. That shit really messed me up, really messed up who I was. It messed up the person I was. And to tell you all the truth, I may be many things, but a child predator, I am not.
He has even blamed weed, insisting that it makes him hallucinate. I don't smoke weed, but I don't think that's true. He has admitted that his brother Duke is a convicted sex offender and that he did indeed commit the crime for which he was convicted. However, he insists that Duke is a good guy and not a predator, and that there is no family history of criminality. Jupiter has another brother who is currently serving a prison sentence for possession of child pornography. According to Jupiter's sister in an interview by Linda Binda, Jupiter was not potty trained until the age of 17, and his mother spoiled him and treated him like a baby. Supposedly, he still wears adult diapers. He denies this. However, he does confirm that his mother babied him, and he found her controlling and smothering. He also has a conspicuous brown stain on his bed, although he says,
"Oh, that is just from my sweat and everything, that all the dirt that comes off my body. It's just sweat and dirt molecules."
I'll let you decide for yourself what you believe that stain to be. Despite all of that, it's remarkably easy to get him to admit to criminal behavior. In an impromptu interview with Kiwitapes, whom he believed at the time to be a customer for his paranormal investigation business, he unwittingly confessed to a variety of crimes, including erasing incriminating evidence from his devices before they were seized by police. He also referred to himself as a pedophile outright and said that he believes preying on underage girls is necessary in order for him to have children. That one might actually be true.
You do what you have to produce offspring, so that way your family bloodline can survive and move on, move forward. You know, if I'm going to be part devil, part dragon, part werewolf, and part vampire, being the only one that is that way in my life, in this lifespan, then I have to produce as much offspring as I can to make it so that way my race doesn't die with me, that my bloodline doesn't die with me.
But I know you're just dying to find out, what do I think of Jupiter? Me, the guy who makes low-effort, funny videos on YouTube. Well, that little bit in the intro about him being a future registered sex offender, that wasn't just a very funny joke that made you laugh. He is definitely a predator, but he's not a very smart one, and it's clear to me that it's only a matter of time before he crosses the line from disgusting to illegal and gets a visit from the party van like his two elder brothers both did. Hopefully his local police department in Nampa, Idaho has their eyes on him, and maybe the rest of his family. And that's it for today's video, folks. If you liked what you saw, remember, leave a comment and help me jack off that algorithm.